Woo! So that's base game Nioh 2. Okay, let's talk about that. Man, I'd say there's a lot to like and a lot to meh. I did not like the... I mean, it was more the same, right? Fighting monsters and what have you. Not sure how it tied into the other, and I kept going to sleep and getting... You know, it's kind of like the whole trope where you get captured kind of thing. The music's really loud. Well, it's really loud in my ears, I'll just say. I'll turn it down to -10. There we go. So, man, there's an absolute metric ton of weapons and... I guess, I won't say styles, but I guess it would be kind of styles because it's all the guardian spirits, and the soul cores was I'll have to admit that was a neat addition. I was very skeptical at first, but it was a neat addition once you got the hang of the burst counter. But I did the brute, which was a little bit more forgiving than the feral and the other. My mouse off the screen. Graphics wise, it's still the same as the other. Just so much stuff going on the screen. A lot of times it's hard to figure out what was going on. Just like the first one, the second one, this followed suit, right? I mean, combat still pretty good. I guess because I played the first one, I've better hang of switching the stances. I still don't like them, but I do like the skill tree better than the other one. This one feels better because you can max it out if you just grind the crap out of it, right? I mean, sound-wise, it's the same as the other one, except they did like a full... It was almost like a British track. It was really odd. You know, like in the other game, it was like you had Japanese characters spoke Japanese, English characters spoke English. Here, it's like they all spoke English if you chose the English track, and it was like, English, I'm going to get you. You know, it was really strange. I'm sure the Japanese track is much better. Music was loud, as it is right now. It's still horribly loud. I did a spear build because that way I could just max out my health. That's the full reason why. And I don't know if I would have enjoyed it there. I mean, I did play with a gold and a Emerita modifier, so I could knock down the... I mean, it was only ×3, but basically to take down any of the farming that I would have to do. Because I don't like just excessive farming. It got a little samey the last several missions. Like you were doing the same thing over and over. You fought Tokachiro, you had a boss, you go through all the bosses again, then you had to fight Demon Tokachiro, and you go through a bunch of bosses. And then here suddenly you're at the bottom of the pile here, and you had to run all the way back up, and you're fighting some bosses, not many. So then you fight the same guy again. It's like, what? So what was the point of destroying the horn if this guy's soul didn't get destroyed, so he can just floating around out there? I didn't like that part at all. It was too much of an anime ending, and I played Wo Long before this, so it was very, very similar to Wo Long for that ending, where you defeat the ultimate wizard bad guy, and he's like, nope, I'm gonna possess this dragon, defeat the dragon, you come back, oh nope, I possess this other guy who's a god, and you gotta go fight him. I was like, what? Come on. I mean, it was just like, how many times you're gonna allow him to just keep possessing? It was silly, right? But better story than the first one, I'll give it that. The first one's story was pretty weak. First Nioh. Second Nioh this one was better. I don't know. I mean, it had a character creation. That's pretty cool. That's what folks wanted. I mean, I just kind of like, meh, I don't really care. But it is what it is. So my dad's calling. I'll call him back in a second. You know, I would say that this is probably, for me, a middle of the road. Right? 7 out of 10. It's pretty much the same as the other. Just because of it was rife with like the enemy just had all kinds of hyper armor. They just, when they just got tired of you attacking, they just got through. So I got it on sale. The DLCs are next. Probably go through some of the side stuff before, so I can get some divine equipment before I move on to DLC. We'll do DLC separate, like, you know. Hopefully these are better. But Azure PlayFab, I wonder what that is. Never heard of that. But yeah, I mean, if you can get it on sale, get it on sale. But if you can't, I understand. But that concludes the main base game of Nioh 2.